Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery in our shooting center today. I am here with world number 7 recurve archer and 2022 US Open champ, Nic D'Amour. And Nic, we are here to talk today about the KSL Recurve Grip. And you have been using this grip since the prototype days. Before we dive into the specifics of it, just give us an overview of why the KSL Recurve Grip is so good.
So essentially the KSL Recurve Grip is so good is because it's one of the first grips that's perfectly designed to be biomechanical. Most of the other grips are designed more, oh, I like this feel, I like this feel. This grip is designed with all the little cutouts and indentations in here. It's supposed to create the best platform to create the best technique that you can. So this is supposed to help archers on all levels, whether it's from beginner level or to the elite level.
Yeah. And so as you mentioned, well, first off, it's a replacement grip. There are several different bows that it will fit. You have to get the one that fits your bow. So you're going to get the bow specific grip for it. You just take it off by the screws here, replace this in. And what we're talking about is the biomechanics. So especially for recurve, archers in general, but especially for recurves, you want to have everything perfect from shot to shot. If something moves a little bit at 70 meters, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So as you're saying, you know, if you just look at the grip, we were talking about this. If you look at the grip, it doesn't look like much is going on there. But when you flip it over and you start to see all the little indentations, those are purposeful.
Yes.
They're there, as you mentioned, to get your hand in that perfect position. Put it in your hand and just kind of describe what it's doing to your hand.
So essentially, it's supposed to make you grip perfectly. So there's a specific way that you need to grip it. Essentially, you want to pinch the grip like this, first of all, with your index finger and your thumb, and also keep this thumb pointed up like this, almost like your hitchhiker's thumb. So sort of place your hand in the grip it tight. Because if you don't grip it tight, then the grip can wobble around. So you want to make sure that you have a tight grip there. Right. And the idea behind this little indentation here is to make sure that your hand can't do this or this, and that you make sure that your pointer finger is always in the same position all the time. And then I like to put my middle finger around the front of the grip like that to create the perfect grip. And then also make sure that everything maintains contact and that there's no gaps.
I can see all those pieces that we talked about. As your hand is in it, I can see where everything fits exactly how it's supposed to fit.
Yeah, exactly. So the idea is that this grip is supposed to make sure that everything fits the way it's supposed to fit, and there are no gaps. Because obviously if there's a gap, then there's going to be more play. It's like tolerances on any kind of piece of engineering equipment.
Right.
You're essentially creating the smallest tolerance that you can between any point in your hand and the grip.
And incidentally, I mean, you as an elite level archer, and I know I've seen several other archers, what they do with standard grips is they end up putting putty in here to create these exact positions.
Yes.
And so this kind of takes away the need for using that putty.
Yeah, so the idea is that on top of you not having to use the putty, you can then have two grips that are exactly the same no matter what. So like when you use putty, you can't always make it exactly the same, perfect all the time. Only a computer can do that, and so this is 3D printed out of a wood plastic composite. So yeah, it's a really great grip for that.
And we should mention that the face of this, it is sort of rough, so that it helps with your grip. You know, it keeps that grip in position, gives you a little traction, is my word I would use.
Yeah. Versus
having it be high polish and smooth, and your hand can slide. That's not going to happen with this grip.
Yeah, so the funny thing about this specific grip is that even though like it still feels a little bit rough, actually what happens like when they're producing it is they actually sand around the edges to make it even less rough, because sometimes like if it's too rough, then it'll obviously scratch your hand and create calluses, and you don't want that. So this will actually, what this does is it's sanded around the places that it needs to be. Like if you feel the grip around here, PJ, if you feel around here, it's actually really smooth.
Yes, it is.
But around here, it's a lot more rough. So that way you can actually have the traction that you need, but then also the softness where you need it. So
perfect. All right, that is the KSL Recurve Grip. Nic, we certainly appreciate your time today.
Of course, my pleasure.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications wherever we put out new videos. As always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.